for the Positive Property Show live in our group, the Australian Property Investors. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and check the timer up here. If you're watching live, type in hashtag live, just so I know you're there and you're watching. And many of you watch the replay, so please type in hashtag replay so I know that you've watched this video. This is about investing in property and creating financial freedom. This is for our Freedom Tribe. So if you want to invest in property, you want to create freedom, you should be watching this, so pay attention. But if you get offended easy and you're a snowflake, I suggest you switch off now because it's probably not for you.
My mate George here, he retired at the age of 37 by investing in property. Mate, I feel like I'm with royalty today.
I think George is a great mentor because he really does care. The George I know, I met him 3 years ago, he does care. That's why he does his work. So I can talk to you about cash flow and all those things. George is better at that than me.
Property guru George Markowski from Positive Property Solution joins us now. George, good morning to you.
How are you, George?
Okay guys, me and my team are about to go live, so make sure you grab your beverage of choice, sit down, and you're in for an amazing show. And hello and welcome to the Positive Property Show. And welcome my co-host, Stacey Holland. Hi, Stacey.
Hi, how are you, George?
Really good. And how's life in your neck of the woods?
Pretty cold.
Pretty
cold.
It's actually quite sunny today. It's beautiful, so that's great. Okay, so today we're talking about the ultimate beginner's guide to real estate, step by step.
Step by step.
Also, what I'm going to be doing is, as part of the ultimate guide, is I'm going to give people an opportunity to come along to our 2-day workshop. I'm giving away some free tickets.
Yeah.
And we've got a bit of a competition that you're going to share with us, aren't you?
We do, George. Do you want me to share that now? We'll wait a little bit.
No. Everyone has to wait. They can wait.
They have to wait.
Shit, my little munchkins. We'll be back with the competition. Now, if you're watching live, please type in hashtag live. And for those of you who watch the replay, you know I come back and watch who watches the replay. So type in hashtag replay. So there you go.
Does someone type in replay already?
Good on you. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So anyway, they might be thinking they're watching the replay, but this is actually live.
This is live.
The ultimate guide to beginning in real estate. I want to talk about the hustle today. Okay? Because I talk a lot about, living a good life, going business class and first class around the world, drive around in a nice car, living on the beach. But I know there's a lot of you that aren't there yet. And what I want to do is I want to talk to the people that are starting out.
At the beginning.
Yes, at the beginning.
At the beginning. Yeah. Okay, we've got a few people popping up live now, George.
Yep. Someone needs to do the at everyone, I think. I don't know how that works. Is this going to work?
We'll try it.
No, I don't think so. It needs to happen on Facebook. So, anyway, at the beginning. So, what can you do at the beginning? Well, you need to save like a mofo. So, I worked 2 jobs. I worked overtime and I hustled, right? And I did everything I could to make money because I knew that the beginning, the first deposit for the first house is the hardest.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
That's the real hard one. The first one, once you've done the first one, the second one's a little bit easier, right? Then the third one's a little bit easier. By the 10th, it's pretty easy because you've got 9 houses growing, paying you. It's really easy. Because when you get to about house 10, just to give you my experience, I started off minus $300 a week. No, minus $600 a week for my first property. Then my second property, I was minus $350. My third property, minus $400. So I was minus nearly $2,000 a week.
You have to earn more and more and more money.
Yeah, and look, the problem is, if you've got no cash flow, what happens is you end up having no lifestyle. And I was in my 20s. And my friends were out, having a ball, and I was working hard. So I knew there must be a better way because I thought.
So you weren't partying back then, George? No partying back in the day?
No. Yeah, I was. I I'd go out, come back at 5 in the morning, sleep for 2 hours, then go to work.
Aha.
That's when I could do it. Now, if I go out till 12, I'm sleeping till 10. So, but I want to get through to you guys for the hustle, because I was minus that much. But then what happened was I discovered cash flow secrets, and I discovered how to structure the loan. And then I refinanced everything and went from negative to positive, right?
Yeah.
By restructuring. That was my biggest game changer, knowing how to structure the loan, knowing how to structure the deal, what sort of properties to buy.
To create the cash flow.
Doing that really helped. So then I was positive, a couple of $100 a week, which is great. It started off. But by the time I got to house 10, I was getting $3 to $4 grand dropping in my account every week.
3 to 4 grand a week.
A week.
That's good.
It's not
That's
bad.
good. I think we'd all be pretty happy with that.
Well, that's 180 grand a year. So it sounds like a lot more when you talk weekly.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't it? It sounds like a lot. Like you think about, imagine getting 3 or 4 grand, because I was
think
retired.
Your wage now.
Yeah,
Most people's wage now is like $1,000, $1,500 a week for a family.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. So I mean, then the thing is, property is all about replacement income.
Yeah.
Right? But see, a lot of people don't realise the income they're making out of property. And now we're just going through these case studies, going through all our clients, and we're finding how much they're making. We've got quite a few clients that have already replaced their income through property. Heaps.
Do they know?
No,
Or do
they
they
don't
just
know. No,
they
they
don't
don't know. They don't know, because it's all about the numbers. So, funny enough, tomorrow I've got Channel 10 coming to my house. And I've got, Channel 10 are coming to my house. We've been in every major newspaper all around Australia. And Susan, who's having a meeting with me and Channel 10 tomorrow, they want to interview her because she paid off a mortgage in, I think, 3.5 years. Not only that, though, she actually makes more money out of her property than her wage.
Yeah. Wasn't she low income to begin with anyway?
Well, I guess that's, so there you go. So perfect.
Yeah.
Which is a blessing and a thing in disguise, you know what I mean? Because you're thinking, okay, lower income, it's easy to replace your income. True. But also, it's harder because you've got less money to do it with.
Exactly. So a lot of people's debate there is, but I've got low income, so they won't let me get the loan. So where's my serviceability come from? This is a common question that goes around and round and round right at the beginning when they're first starting out.
Yes. And that's a good question. That's my question. So the deal is, what I say to people is, seriously, do whatever it takes, right? If you've got a good relationship with your parents, move back in with your parents and save some money.
Yeah.
Stop renting, stop mortgaging, right? If you own your house, get out and rent it out. Get someone else to pay for it, right? Seriously.
I believe if this is the person I think it is, we did discuss this.
Yeah. So this is the deal. In 200 years' time, no one's going to know anything about you. You're going to be dead and no one's going to know anything. Now, I know it sounds a bit sad, but it's actually good, because it doesn't matter if you move back in your parents. Who gives a shit, right? Who cares what people think? Stop trying to compete with the Joneses and actually do something that your future self will thank you for. And I'm going to tell a little story, because at the end of the day, it's like you can do things today that your future self will thank you for, and go through some little bit. I mean, living with your parents is probably not the best. What I did when I had 3 properties, I lived with my parents for a little while. And look, it was good because I got my food cooked for me every day and it was free and I hung out. Yeah, but it was too far from town and I couldn't go out that much, so I decided to stuff it. But I did it for a little while until I restructured all my properties.
Yeah.
And the point is, you've got to do it also. I used to drive pretty average cars, right? I wasn't driving around in BMWs and Porsches and cars like that. I had an old Galant. That's what I had. That's what I drove around in, right? And I wasn't embarrassed. I was proud because I was a businessman. I was investing in property, and I'd go out on a date and rock up in the Galant, and they'd be going, "Wow, I thought you were a successful businessman." I go, "I am." Right?
Yep.
Because being successful is not having a car; it's having an MBA, massive bank account, right?
Exactly.
But I remember when I was younger, I used to have this Commodore, and the starter motor wouldn't work properly all the time. It was a bit dodgy. So what I had to do is I'd have to park on a hill whenever I went on the date, because that way I can roll down and start the car. So I met this gorgeous girl. Lives in Darlington. I pick her up, drive to town. I'm all excited, so I just park it in a normal place. We finish dinner. I look at the car and go, "Oh no, how am I going to get
Flat.
home?" No, the starter motor. So I end up going, "Okay, you got to help me push the car while I start it." How embarrassing, eh?
Awesome.
Can't believe she came back for a second date. But
That's a
what
good
I'm
story.
saying is, the deal is, I did what it took. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, and I just worked hard for everything I got. So don't think that other successful people got it easy, right?
Mm.
And a lot of people feel sorry for themselves, and they're like, "Oh, I've got no money. It's not fair. I've got no deposit." Well, do something about it. You're not a tree. You're not stuck in one place. Do something about it, right?
Yeah.
Go get a pay rise. Airbnb one of your properties, or one of your bedrooms. You can do that. I know a lot of people that have done that. Actually, later in the program did that and got a summer house. You can get signage on your car.
Yeah.
That's you can give blood, all sorts of stuff. Right?
There's plenty of things. Well, if you are a fan of Gary Vee too, he does garage sales
Yeah, he does. He does. Gary
just
Vee.
to get that deposit. So there's
Yeah.
always something that you can
Well,
do.
Gary Vee, you know why he does garage sales?
Why?
He loves the hustle. He loves
He
it.
loves the hustle.
He loves the hustle. He always talks hustle, but actually doesn't hustle anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
When I watch him,
yeah.
when I
So,
watch him live.
yeah, so because I had dinner with him a couple of years back and all that, and because I'm the anti-hustle guy, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Usually, but today I'm full hustle. Let's hustle. So
Let's hustle.
do whatever it takes. Try to get yourself a deposit one way or the other. I mean, once when I was buying a house, I got a personal loan and used that as a deposit to buy the house.
See, wouldn't that go against your credit rating, or not as hard back then?
No, I've done it for people in the past as well.
There you go. See, where there's a will, there's a way. You just got to
Yeah,
figure it
so
out.
you just got to figure it out, and I work out all different ways of doing it and just make it happen.
Yeah.
And if I have to
Get
pay
past
more,
those first 3 or 4 properties, and then it'll just keep churning from there.
exactly. So the ultimate beginner's guide to real estate, step by step. Okay, well, another thing is educate yourself, learn, right?
That's why we're
Because
here.
my mentor and friend Tony Robbins, he says you got to model greatness. Don't reinvent the wheel. You got to really follow someone in the steps. And talking about that, what a good thing to do is, one, you need to read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and you need to read Freedom Through Property by George Markowski.
And then teach your kids.
So if you haven't got the book Freedom Through Property, I'm going to give you guys a free book tonight. So Stacey,
Type in.
drum roll. Okay, let's talk about our competition. Share your screen. Let's get people excited and show them what we're doing.
Okay. Well, I'll start by just talking about the competition to begin with. The competition is, do you want to announce what it is, George? First prize?
Yes. So as everyone probably knows, every year we do a thing called the 2-day intensive. And this is where we get the best experts from all around Australia when it comes to finance, asset protection, tax, legals, property, builders, everything you can talk about, right? I bring in my whole personal team in there. And I do training. We get our circle of safety there. We have a big property panel. And by the end of it, you come back armed with a year's worth of information in 2 days. And I just stick it straight into your brain and you've got it there. Not only that, you're going to get motivated. You're going to be wanting to buy property like crazy because you're going to see other people and what they've done. What we do is we're going to have case studies after case study showing you how people have done it. How people have got real results, how they've paid off their mortgage, how they've made money, and how they've invested. That's what it is. So it's a 2-day intensive. It's in Bali this year, 8th and 9th of November. I'd love you guys to come along. I'm not sure how much the tickets are. What are they? $9.97 each.
The tickets, yes.
But we're going to be giving away 2 free tickets, flights and accommodation to our 2-day thing. So if you want to go in their competition, type in hashtag Bali and we'll send you the link. So
Well,
that's
we're
our
actually
first
just
one.
going to post it right here.
Okay, great.
We're just going to post it right here. Do you want me to show you the page, what it looks like, what you
know what?
get?
The Ultimate Beginner's Guide is actually coming along to our workshop, right? So, okay. Yes, please. Why don't you share your screen and let's
All
show
right, I
people
got it.
what the competition is.
Just got to work out how to do it on this.
So if you guys, before you share your screen, what I want to say is, if you guys want to hustle, guess what? I'm going to reward you for hustling, because the way we're doing the competition, we're not doing some random draw BS. I'm going to reward the person who gets the most points. So you can actually earn this. Now imagine getting a $6,500 trip to Bali for 2, and you can actually earn it through socials and sharing and things like that. And then you can come along and we're going to actually get you up on stage and use you as a case study of you earning it. And I'm going to personally do a bit of property coaching with you as well, one-on-one, while I'm in Bali. Imagine that, getting me as your property coach.
Awesome. I reckon they can't wait. So shall I share the screen and show them what it's all about?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's do this. Hopefully I'm sharing the right screen. Okay, can you see it here?
Yep, I can see it.
Win a Bali escape valued at over 6,500. 2 tickets to the event. You're getting nights at the Sheraton in Seminyak. We have other prizes as well. So we have a second and third prize. Second prize being tickets to the event, and then third prize being a wealth call, so a wealth session with one of our specialists, and a hard copy of the book. Yep. So that's the competition. We're about to share the link.
There hold a second. Everyone that joins the competition, all you got to do is open your email and you get my book for free.
You get the book as well. So in addition to this competition, you will get, I'm just going to stop sharing that for a second. You will get the opportunity to get the book. You'll get, every time that you earn more and more points through this, you will get rewarded with more and more things from us. So,
so what I'm doing is I've got a $1,800 course, 14-day challenge on how to create the perfect plan for property investing. And if you get a certain amount of points, you get that for free. I'm also giving away tickets to the event free of charge. That's $2,000 worth, double tickets. And all you're going to do is get points. And I am willing to give away as many as I need to. All you're going to do is put the work in and you're going to get the points.
The link is in the chat, I believe. I'll share it again. But the link is there, ready to go. You press that link, start sharing as quickly as you can, because you know what? If you are here live and you are one of the first to share, guess what? That spreads. That spreads. Your link gets shared.
Is your advantage. Exactly.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a big advantage. I'm just going to pop it in.
AC, you're a very smart woman.
Thanks.
So this is the thing. What I want to talk about is the government and how the government is just doesn't know what they're doing. But I'm going to say something. So what they're doing is, I always talk about supply and demand.
Yeah.
Right? So when you've got less supply, more demand, property prices go up. And when you've got more supply, less demand, they go down.
Yep.
Now, the government is trying to fix the real estate issue in Australia by pumping demand instead of supply.
They're pumping demand instead of supply.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're getting up 1.5 million people here instead of getting houses. Now, the Labor government said they're going to build 1.2 million houses over the next 5 years. That means they need to build 6 houses a day.
6 houses a day. Do you think they are doing that? Are they doing that?
No. They've never done it in history. No, they can't do it at all. 2017 was their record year, right? That was a big year, took a lot of effort, and they got coordinated for one year, 2017, and they built quite a bit in 2017, and that's about it. That's all they've done. Well, Dan Andrews, he's last month they added 74 units to the state's public housing. That's it.
74 units.
Yep. And what the sad thing is now, a lot of renters are now actually going into share accommodation, caravans, and that sort of stuff just to live somewhere. It's terrible. And, a lot of renters, they should say, stop all this immigration because we need somewhere to live.
Yeah. And we've got families that, they're finding it hard to get housing and everything like that. And that's everywhere in Australia. That's a crisis that's happening.
Yeah. But step by step, if you come along to this 2-day workshop, it's going to be a massive game changer. If you get enough points, and I'm very generous with the points, we're doing a webinar next week. It's not working on my end. Can someone check the link?
Yeah, I'll just get Robin to help out there. She's online at the moment, so I'll just type in Robin. Can you? We'll just let Robin know. If anyone's curious, Robin is actually one of Exciting Times, best of luck. Yeah, awesome. Robin is actually one of our little helpers here in the back end. She will help you with all the links and everything that you need. So she is currently in the chat now.
Okay, fantastic. Awesome work, Robin. That's great. Yes, so let's go. Hopefully the link's working, but the 2-day workshop's going to be great for you. Also, the first prize is the flights and everything else, but the second prize is you can actually get the tickets, which is great. Yeah. And you get enough points, you can earn tickets. So for all those people out there that can't afford to come, this is what I suggest. I'm going to challenge you. Earn your way there, because if you earn your way there, I'm going to have a ton of respect for you, really.
And what's part of the beginner's guide? Education.
Exactly. That's right. Exactly. Because if you spend 2 days with me and my experts and our community, this is going to change your life. And I mean it. They're big words. Yeah. I mean it. Because I've changed thousands of lives. I know. I'm very confident I'm going to change your life forever. You're never going to be the same again. Life is never going to be the same. Once you take the red pill, not working 9 to 5 and retiring on the age-old pension is just not going to cut it anymore, right? So many people, they're like, when I finish working, I'm going to get the age-old pension and everything will be fine. No, it's not. It's not going to be fine. If you want to eat baked beans every night, the whole point is, forget that. Let me open your eyes and show you what's possible and change your life for you, your family, and everyone around you.
Absolutely. Look, it's changed my life in the way that I look at things in terms of how you spend your money, and it's just better to get your money started. So if you get, and George was talking earlier about getting deposit so many different ways, one of the ways that some people do end up getting a deposit, they get some cash from a family member that's passed away, which is very sad, and they'll go and buy themselves a car or a pool or something like that. That's your opportunity right there to change exactly what you do with your life.
I could do a box of red pills. Well, I've got a big box of red pills at the event.
Not working. Robin, can you just sort those ones out for me, please?
Yes, we don't want people not being able to get into the competition.
Yeah.
We definitely want to make sure that works. There must be another link we can use. But yeah, so guys, I'm very excited about spending 2 days with you in Bali. And remember, for the people that fly to Bali, you're actually getting a tax deduction anyway, which is good, because we're going to be teaching about tax and estate planning and all that other stuff, which is a tax deduction, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. Next Tuesday, we've got our webinar.
Next Tuesday?
Yeah. Now, if you guys want to know, because during these little lives, I can't give you a lot of details and graphs and stats and figures, but I actually work everything off stats and figures. So next week, I'm doing a webinar, my sort of State of the Nation webinar, where I'm going to be showing people how to do this properly, why the property market's going up, and why interest rates aren't going to stop property market going up. So if you're a bit of a nerd, you want to know all the details, you want to know all the numbers, this is your webinar for you, because I'm going to go through all the numbers with you and show you exactly what I've been studying. And when you see these figures, it's going to blow you away.
Yeah.
I prove everything through numbers, and I've gotten it right over and over. Since before the GFC, I've been hitting hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, and I'm keep going.
It's like an algorithm that you've done for yourself, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. So there you go. So anyway, we got to go to our private group, I think, now.
We do actually. We're on to our private group, so to talk to all of our lovely members.
Well, ladies and germs, thank you so much for watching us tonight. Love it. I've always wanted to use that one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Very thankful for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful evening. We're going to be here every Thursday night, me or the team. Same bat time, same bat channel. Come along, get your red pill for the week. Learn how to invest and make your life better. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
And share.